Hello, people. Happy New Year. So, New Mexico's 54th legislature is in session. We have some new, we have a new Congress with some new elected officials, and several bills have been filed already. I want to talk about one in particular, House Bill 31, introduced by Miguel Garcia, a representative of Bernalillo County, the county I live in. An act relating to labor increasing the minimum wage in phases. So already, I like the bill. I think the minimum wage should be increased, ideally at the federal level, but state level's good too. Removing the minimum wage exception for tipped employees. I really like this provision because there's no reason for waiters, waitresses, and such shouldn't be paid the same minimum wage as every other employee because tips from customers are not required. So they should not be included in the base paycheck. Providing for an annual cost of living increase in the state minimum wage rate beginning in 2022. So, an increase to the minimum wage in phases means basically it's going to be, if this bill passes, it'd be minimum wage increase this year, another one in 2020, another in 2021, another in 2022, and then from there it would be raised each year successively according to the cost of living. Be enacted by the legislature of the state of New Mexico. Section 1 of the state constitution would be amended to read: an employer shall pay an employee the minimum wage rate of $10 an hour. So that would be the first raise this year. As of July 1st, 2020 and through June 30th, 2021, an employee shall pay the minimum wage rate of $11 an hour. As of July 1st, 2021 and through June 30th, 2022, an employer shall pay the minimum wage rate of $12 an hour. And then as of July 1st, 2022, and on July 1st of each successive year, the minimum wage rate shall be increased for the cost of living, as explained below. An employer furnishing food, utilities, supplies, or housing to an employee who is engaged in agriculture may deduct the reasonable value of each of such furnished items from any wage due to the employee. So employees in agriculture who get benefits might have a lower wage based on those benefits. An employee shall not be required to work more than 40 hours in any week of 7 days, unless the employee is paid 1.5 times the employee's regular hourly rate of pay for all hours worked in excess of 40 hours. So basically, time and a half for any hours past 40 a week. If an employee who is paid a fixed salary for fluctuating hours and who is employed by an employer a majority of whose business in New Mexico consists of providing investigative services to the federal government, the hourly rate of pay may be calculated in accordance with the provisions of the Federal Fair Labor Standards Act of 1938 and the regulations pursuant to that act, provided that in no case shall the hourly rate be less than the federal minimum wage. So basically, if you're employed by the federal government, you're still going to get paid the federal wage. As of July 1st, 2022, and on July 1st of each successive year, the minimum wage rate shall be increased by the increase in the cost of living. The increase in the cost of living shall be measured by the percentage increase as of August of the immediately preceding year over the level as of August of the previous year of the Consumer Price Index for all urban customers. United States city average for all items, or its successor index, as published by the United States Department of Labor or its successor agency, with the amount of the minimum wage increase rounded to the nearest multiple of 5. So basically, each after 2022, each successive wage increase after that would be in accordance with the Consumer Price Index, right here, as it's managed by the United States Department of Labor, right there. If passed and signed by our new governor, this bill will take effect July 1st of this year, So, if passed, come this July, workers are going to get a raise. I really hope this bill passes. I like this bill. I think it's a net benefit, a net gain for lower and middle class workers. Well, workers in general, basically, but it seems designed to help the lower classes because there are plenty of people working full time who are struggling to live, basically. So I hope this bill passes. Um, if you live in New Mexico, if you you should call this representative, Miguel Garcia, in the state house. Tell him you're for this bill. Call every representative really, and tell him you want this bill to pass. And comment below. Let's start a discussion about this. What do you think about this bill?